Season 52, War number 11, and today we've matched up against GT40. The bands are Count Nefaria, Luke Cage, Silk, Spider-Man 2099, and Professor X. And my team today is Mr. Negative, Photon, and America Chavez. And I made a video, a couple videos ago, saying that the war against Salty was AOH's biggest war ever. Well, now we have a new biggest war ever, because I believe that GT40 is consistently the best alliance in MCoC. They have been for many, many seasons now. So, we've never matched GT before. We've never matched an alliance as prestigious as them before, I guess you could say Salty, and then SSX a couple seasons ago. So yeah, this is a very big war going into, and we left it up to the battle groups on whether we would actually play to win this one. Because I am an officer of my battle group, I strongly advise the guys to play this one to win, even though we probably couldn't win, because that's what my mindset is. We play to win every single war, even if it's almost hopeless. And I ended up convincing my battle group BG2 to play this one out and boost an item up just like a normal war. I don't know exactly if that was the case for the other battle groups. I feel like for some of the other ones, they weren't playing exactly as like it was a normal war. But I'm just saying this to tell you that when you see the score at the end, our death count is like as really high, and it's probably because of that. But regardless, that was a America Chavez versus Gorr fight on Node 5, and it's really nothing to say about it. It's just a normal Chavez versus Gorr fight. And then but we're going to move on to Negasonic Teenage Warhead on Node 14, where the fight and the war gets more interesting. Because, obviously, Photon is not tactics, so we have to play this in a way to where we can try to avoid Negasonic ever getting the power gain. To do that, we want to start the fight by using as little hits as possible to get her to a special 1, which is why I'm doing parry heavy attacks, because that is the amount of hits I can use the least to get her to an SP1. If I wanted to use basic attacks, it would obviously take more hits than just a 2-hit heavy attack a couple times. So at that point, we get her to an SP1, we just want to punish special attacks a lot, and then we keep knocking her down to make sure she never gets her evade charge back, and then just keep countering specials. And then I'm going to drop this SP2 here. We get a lot of power back because of my science power back boosts, and then there she charged to heavy, and then I don't know what happened there. I just somehow 8 hits. So I'm going to drop this SP2, get the knockdown to trigger. She's really close to getting that power gain, but I counter the special attack there, so I'm just kind of hoping that maybe I can squeeze by to kill her before she's going to get it, but no, she gets it, unfortunately. We are going to be able to petrify on some of our hits to where we're able to prevent some of that power gain when we're actually hitting her, but then I just decided to back off. She also has her evade charge back, so I just need to play passive for a bit, and now that it's gone, I can finally just go for a kill shot, drop the SP2, and then it does plenty of damage, enough damage to kill her. So yeah, Photon's really good for that fight just because you can parry non-contacts and stuff like that, so it turns out to be a pretty good time. I watched it done before, so I felt pretty good going into it. Next up, we're fighting Longshot on Node 27. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, originally in this fight, I was like, why the heck is he placing so many shocks on me? What is this hazard shift RNG? And then, like, when I was setting up the video to be edited, I remembered, oh yeah, he increases his ability accuracy, so that would be why. And I didn't have any Odin pre-fights because he would just kind of nullify them anyway. Like, I'm gonna get Odin pre-fights for the second hazard shift fight, but for this one, we didn't even bother because he was going to nullify it. So I just get so many shocks, and I'm like, what the heck is this stupid RNG? Why is this happening? And now I just remember that's why. But luckily I was at like no risk of dying because she just kills him so fast. So yeah, he dies in 41 seconds. I just need to use like 1 or 2 potions to heal back what I lost from the shocks. And energy resist and inequity, yeah, they made it to where I was relatively tanky even with like 9 shocks at me at one point. So next up, we're fighting Magneto on node 36. This is going to go basically the same as last time. I don't remember if I play it very well. Actually, no, I do remember. I don't play this well. But yeah, we start by losing my invul boost because I guess I wanted to like try to make sure part of my heavy attack was thrown when he wasn't stunned, and I just delayed it too long. I should have just taken the one eye open damage. The reason I'm doing that is because I need to try to find a way to get an opening in this fight but without blocking, and that's not always easy. I don't know, it's probably just stupid me going for parries at the start anyway, but I still need to find some way to get an opening, and Photon can't ricochet intercept, which is usually the tactic I like to use when I can't bait heavies or block to try to intercept. But yeah, Photon is unable to ricochet intercept. That was a massive burst of one eye open damage, so that was not good. But at this point, I'm just like, okay, well, let me just keep baiting specials, and luckily they're inclined to throw the specials when they have the power gain active. I didn't go for like any counters there, so my pure light's gonna run out, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna go for a counter there. I get it, so now I can delay the power charges for a bit. I also keep pure light form for a few extra seconds before it goes away, so not bad. And then I just misdex the special. I'm like, okay, this is going great. I dropped the special 2, and once I counter the special attack, which I don't even counter it, he's gonna get in the power gain. So I need to be careful. There, some of my hits could have missed because I wasn't in pure light. Luckily, they didn't. I got good RNG there. But now he's throwing a bunch of specials. I just enter pure light form manually because I know I'm going to be able to kill him really fast, and then my SP1 finishes the job. So, that fight was not clean at all, but it was enough for me to win, so I'll take it. And then that was my only Photon fights this war. So the rest of the war is going to be Mr. Negative, and Funny thing about this Sasquatch fight, I'm not speeding this up because something different happened in this one than usual. Because I've taken this fight 7 times this season, so usually I speed it up. But, fun fact, I was like rushing as fast as possible to get to this fight started with my invul active from the Magneto fight. Because I'm using 3 invuls this war, so I need to make sure that I enter fights really fast and not have to spend 375 units to get invuls back. I like right before you saw the clip start, I checked my profile to see if I had the invul boost, and I did with 14 seconds left. And I guess between the start of that video and entering the fight, it wore off to where you're going to see this SP3 that I pushed Sasquatch to is going to push him red, and then I'm going to eat the SP3, which is going to do full damage to me. Now, luckily, he doesn't have any prowess when he's throwing this, so it doesn't hurt very much, but I'm still eating an SP3, so I'm like, oh, that's great. The invul didn't work. So yeah, I had to use 3 invul boosts this war, and look, if I knew that the Sasquatch I wasn't gonna have it for, I would have made 4 invuls, which I just can't afford that, man. And it's unfortunate because I'm gonna have only 1 invul to use for the final war of the season. Obviously this is 11, so the next one with 12. Maybe I'll just cave and spend 375 units, but like, holy crap, 375 units is crazy. So anyway, here I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna get an SP3 ready and keep him at low power when I drop it, so that I'm not pushing him red with my red, because then I'll just let the degen take him out at the end, and he's not gonna be able to throw a special 3 to delay anything. I won't have any risk of eating a special 3 at that point, and then the burst damage does finish the job. So even without the invul, we can still do that fight. So there we go. Next fight is going to be Ebony Maw on node 47. Taking this with negative, of course, and I'm using a combat regen boost here just to save me a little bit of potions. I've taken this fight a couple times before. It's really, really easy with negative because you just kind of get to an SP2 and Maw just kind of dies. That's basically it. Like, I think Mr. Negative is literally the best Ebony Maw counter in the entire game. You are basically degen immune, you heal while under degen, you can just abuse his light non-contacts to ramp up extra light energy. He can't nullify you, and he takes a burst of damage when he tries. Like, need I go on? Like, I know some person's probably gonna be like, oh, Torch is better, oh, Silk is better. Like, if you're just asking for a hard counter, I think Negative is better. Anyway, I'm going to lose my light energy there. It's okay. I don't need like a lot of dark energy for my SP2 because it's a Maw. He doesn't have a lot of health, and my Negative is rank 3, and I'm heavily boosted. So I'm pretty sure I whiffed this heavy attack because he didn't want to dash in. Normally I would like do the thing where I get them to start a combo like that and then charge heavy, but I just didn't. It's all good. Like, the Degen's still gonna finish him off, and then yeah, that's gonna be the Maw fight. Okay, final fight of the war. Rank 3 Enchantress boss. Going into this, I was kind of terrified because yes, I have soloed an Enchantress boss before. The difference was the one I fought was a rank 5 Ascended, and I knew that like I'd still have the damage for it. What I was worried about was block damage, and then like I started the fight, and then I realized the block damage isn't that bad. So I started feeling pretty confident because I know the block damage was what I worried about the most, other than losing my invul boost, which also is not going to happen, by the way. We're gonna be able to hold the invul exactly how I want to, which is just by triggering it on her special 3s. And so here I have a bunch of dark energy, and I'm trying to build to an SP2. I have the heal block active, so now it's just about getting to a special 3. And then she drops an SP1, which I probably should have anti-baited better, or just pushed her red, because now I'm going to lose my dark energy, and I need to find a way to remove her spells first. But we're going to be able to do that because I just go for an evade, and then I'll be able to knock her down with my special 2. So now the degens are ticking, and I'm just anti-baiting to try to push her red and let her throw her special 3, which is going to do no damage to me because I'm indestructible. And then at that point, we have a charm debuff for willpower healing, and she can't activate spells or anything. In hindsight, not in hindsight, but in like summary, there's no downside for her dropping an SP3 when I have an invul, which is why we're pushing her there. That's kind of the strategy of the fight. So at this point, I'm going to go for an energy conversion. Everything is still going as planned. The heal block is active, the power gain is still going. So now we're going to push her to another SP3. This is fine. This is exactly what I want for her to drop another SP3. And then afterwards, she's going to have the power gain and 14 power charges. I'm still going to take no damage from this. All I need to do is convert some energy and then drop another SP2. And then that should finish the job, basically. So here, at this point in the fight, it should be almost over. I get to 2 bars and I can degen her to death. What's going to happen is I'm going to build up a couple more light energy. And then I'm going to use a light attack here. This light attack killed me. And the reason for that is because I don't know if my hand slipped or if I actually meant to do a light attack. I don't remember anymore. All I had to do was charge heavy, convert my energy, and then I drop SP2 and she dies. So now I eat an SP2 because, I eat an SP1 because I charged heavy later than I wanted to, I guess. Like, I don't really remember what happened in this moment, but I know using that light attack, I don't think I wanted to use the light attack. I think I meant to charge a heavy and like my finger slipped. So now I'm in the corner and I'm like, oh crap, what am I doing now? There's a really simple way to get out of this. All I need to do is bait her dash back, and then right here, if I charge my heavy and she dashes in, it counts as an intercept and then removes her orange spells. But I don't charge a heavy attack. I don't know why I don't charge a heavy attack. I just forgot that I could use that as an intercept. So you're going to see me just try to light intercept. I don't need to. I just need to charge the frickin' heavy attack. So, like, every time she dashes back, if I charge a heavy and she dashes in, I evade it. I evade the heavy attack, and then it removes her orange spells. Then I can drop the SP3 to remove her purple spells. I just don't do it. I don't know why I don't do it. So I just threw my Deathless season away. Because I didn't charge the heavy attack. Because I used the light attack. That death is 1,000,000% on me. I had it in my hands. All I had to do was charge the heavy attack. And then there, yeah, I start the rematch, and I thought I had light energy, and I didn't, so I ate the heavy, but luckily it's fine. Yeah, at this point, I'm just like, okay, let me get the frickin' boss down. I just killed my Deathless season, which would have been the first Deathless season I've ever had off of something that stupid. It's not... I don't want to hear anyone commenting like this is because Enchantress is an unfair champion. It's not. I could have soloed. Like, I genuinely just didn't do what I was supposed to do. The losing my Deathless season is 100% my fault here, and yeah, that's it. War 11, I was so close, and I just fell short because I just didn't think it through. Anyway, we lost the war. Again, 25 deaths is high for us, and it would have been lower, I think, if some of the other battle groups were pushing. I'm not exactly sure if they were or weren't. I wasn't really paying attention, but I do think some of the deaths were just silly. So, anyway, we're still in top 10, but we need to win the final war to stay in top 10, obviously. So, hopefully, we can get our first top 10 finish if we win this final war. If not, we're still going to have Masters at least, which is great because that's the goal every season, not top 10. The goal isn't top 10, the goal is just Masters. And apparently we've been able to achieve those expectations this season so far. So anyway, it's a really sad day for me, but it's okay. I'll find the Deathless season eventually. It's just going to take a bit longer. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.